Hello, people. In the last episode, I ended by asking what makes you avoid conflict. And I wonder how many of you who have listened to me in the last few days have taken a deep dive into yourselves to answer that pertinent question. Well, today I would like to help you dig into that situation so that you can reflect and own your journey. And the way I plan to approach this today is to tell you a story. Some time ago, I was trying to teach our last son how to take excuses when people are having a conversation. Repeatedly, I had told him the proper thing to do was to say, "Excuse me," and then he could have his way. Fortunately or unfortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, I had been with him the whole of the day and we'd had our talks and had our banters. And then somewhere along the line, my husband and I were to have a chat. And just as we began the chat, this boy who had stopped talking about anything, who appeared not to have anything to say, suddenly came to interrupt us. And in frustration, I rebuked him. Remember, I said that conflict is not the enemy. It is our response to it that is the enemy. And so when I rebuked him so sharply. He left the scene. But something phenomenal happened. And that is what got me thinking and has kept me thinking for quite a number of years now. Much later that evening, while trying to do the dishes in the kitchen, he came into the kitchen and he said, Mom, something happened today that I wasn't quite happy about." I didn't make a response. So he thought maybe I didn't hear. He said, Mom, something happened today that I wasn't happy about. And at that point, I stopped, turned to him and said, "What is that?" He said to me, "Today I was trying to tell you something and you hushed me away and spoke to me in a way that said I did not matter." Hear me again. I was trying to tell you something and you shoved me away that made me feel that I was not important. And I paused. That shook me. What I wanted to do was teach my son how to take excuses. What I ended up communicating was that he was unimportant. Can you imagine what happens in that space? So I went to him, held him, and told him I was sorry that my reaction made him feel unimportant. Reassured him he was important, kissed him on his forehead, kissed him on his left cheek, kissed him on the right cheek, kissed him on his chin, and finally kissed him on his lips. And he ran out to where my husband was in the living room and said, "I kiss your wife." Having gotten him to the same place, acknowledging his pain, I pulled him back in. "I'm really sorry that I made you feel unimportant. I am, however, not sorry about the message I was trying to get across to you. It is rude to interrupt people without an excuse. And that was the last time we had that kind of situation. You see, I shared that story to say conflict is not the enemy. It's our response to conflict. What makes you run away from conflict? Is it because you feel that you will not be heard? Because this child came out and said, "Mom, something happened that I am not happy about today." Could it be that you're running away from it